ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Truthcast TV. If you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button, and if you like this video, then hit that like button. The more subscribers I have and the more likes I get, the more eyes are on the truth. Now, I just want to go over a few stories today. The first one I want to start out with is 53% of the United States restaurants that closed during coronavirus are now permanently closed. And you know that they knew when they did this whole lockdown thing, that they knew that this was going to happen. Let's just watch a little clip right here. So, and you knew that they knew, that they knew this was going to happen. I mean, how could you not? And it's like, well, they just didn't give a shit, did they? Imagine that. I guess if you get rid of all the competition around you, eventually you become the competition. Because, when this lockdown first began and, you only had all of the big chains like Walmart and Lowe's Hardware, all of the big chains were allowed to stay open while the small businesses that needed it way more than the big chains like Walmart and Lowe's Hardware and Costco and all that had to remain closed. Yep. Sounds like some bullshit to me. I mean, how else can I say it? I mean, if there's anybody out there who still believes all of this was just, a coincidence, that it wasn't planned, you really, really, really need to wake up and do some research. That's all I can say. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. And if there's still anybody out there who believes that America is going to go back to the way it was 4 months ago before this pandemic hit, you're sadly mistaken about that too, because it never will. And here's a story that Reader's Digest done 18 hours ago. 20 ways city life could change forever after the coronavirus. Well, I can name 100 ways America is going to change after the coronavirus. So, we're never going back to the same ever again. It's a wrap. So just get used to this. Well, how should I say it? New world order. Moving on. Instead of talking about the black on black violence, the huge percentage of black kids that grow up without fathers that end up going to prison, instead of talking about any of these important issues, Antifa and BLM would rather focus on tearing down statues. Okay, this is what they would rather focus on, trying to tear down statues instead of trying to fix communities. Communities like Chicago, who has seen 1,200 shootings this year, and just within the past 2 weeks, 10 children under the age of 12 have been murdered. A 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, 7, 8. 9-year-old, 10-year-olds. It's like a freaking war zone out there in Chicago. It's always been pretty rough in Chicago, but now it's just getting so out of hand. It's just it's not even, I can't even imagine how some of them parents, I mean, wow. I mean, imagine your 1 or 2 year old, 3 year old getting shot and killed. I mean, that's got to be the most terrible feeling ever. I mean, I don't care what age your kid is, it's got to be a terrible feeling. But when when you got a little infant that gets shot, I mean, that's when you know you're in a war zone. And instead of talking about that and protesting about all of that, Antifa and BLM want to go around tearing down statues and burning down their own communities. Makes a lot of sense, right? It's because they're anti-American. It's because they're communists, they're socialists, and they're paid by George Soros. They're not here to create change. They're here to create chaos. They're here to create disruption. They're here to create hatred. They're here to divide the American people. And plus, they're here so Donald Trump won't get reelected again. That's what all of this is mostly about, besides a push for a one world government and a new world order. A lot of it's to keep Trump out of office in 2020. And they will stop at nothing, from what I can tell. I mean, obviously they will stop at nothing to get Donald Trump out of office and to get one of them globalist elite puppets in there. Because I like Trump, but I'm not on the right or the left. Okay, I'm what you call a free thinker. But what I can say, if Hillary Clinton would have been in office, things would be so much worse right now. Donald Trump did have the economy booming. He had all these job people, best jobs in the African American community, the Asian community, the Latino community. I mean, best job, the best job numbers ever. One of the best, if not the best economy America's ever seen. You know, I mean, he says a lot of dumb shit and he tweets a lot of dumb shit, but the guy had America booming. And what do? Well, what's the only way you can get Donald Trump not reelected? Well, that is by crashing the economy, costing 40 some million Americans their jobs, and 53% of restaurants that used to be open are now closed. People are going to probably, a lot of I'm not going to say uneducated people, but a lot of people who don't do enough research would probably blame a lot of that on Donald Trump, and especially the left, especially if they're liberals. So, but anyway, instead of focusing on, protesting, trying to make change in communities in states like Chicago with homicide rates that are just have just spiked plumb through the roof, like in New York right now. I mean, New York's going through the same problem, not as bad as Chicago, but it will be before long, and it's controlled by Democrat, left-wing, radical liberals. I mean, that's one thing I can say about Trump. Thank God he won in 2016, or this would be much worse than it is now. If you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button, and if you like this video, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and I got plenty more content coming this week. So stay tuned, stay woke, stay safe. God bless, and I am out.